Okay, we'll go ahead and get started. Obviously, it was a big win for our program. I want to say hats off to CSU. Coach Norvell is a dear friend, and a lot of their coaches over there are dear friends. This game is always an intense game. It certainly was tonight. Lots of ebb and flows, and I appreciate how our players responded. We flipped the page. We're on a short week, and our players responded, and it was a physical game. We needed to make big plays at times, and we certainly did. And so to have the boot in Laramie another year is really special. It's great for our program. It's great for the state. It means a lot. Also, I want to big shout out to our crowd. I think it was one of the largest crowds we had, and it certainly was engaged. You know, when you're looking at atmospheres of college football and everything else, I think we've got a great atmosphere here. So we're certainly excited about the win. We'll flip the page as we get ready for UNLV, but I'm certainly going to enjoy this win tonight. All right, Ryan,
Craig,
he beat you to it.
For a guy like Gunnar Gentry to
Yeah, it was neat. So a little background on Gunnar. You know, he's had injury after injury after injury. I didn't even know if he'd be able to. I mean, coming into fall camp, he was still hobbled, he's got a lot of good skills, and for him to come from Denver and choose to come to school here when he had other choices, and he hung in there and made a big-time catch. And, it was kind of emotional. I know Coach Polisek got emotional, and it was for me too. I went over and shook Gunnar's hand because he's been so much, and it was a great way to start.
Greg, is that what you've expected your defense to look like all year, getting the ball back for your offense, getting pressure on the quarterback?
Well, yeah, that's ideally, and we thought turnover margin was really going to be important. And I think obviously those two interceptions had a big impact in the game. It certainly changed the point spread, and was a big time play. And then, for us to come up with some stops right there.
Greg, how special was it to see those fifth, sixth-year guys hold up the boot one last time?
Very special. I don't know how many years we've won it now in a row, but it's really important to our program. It's one of the greatest traveling trophies in the country. Guys who've been around here a long time certainly understand that, and our players recognize that, and they celebrate it. And the boot's in Laramie.
How nervous were you when Hoyland missed a couple there and gave CSU?
Well, John's out there, and he's working through things, and they were not chip shots. I talked to him. I said, hey, I went down there. I said, you're going to have to pony up. There's going to come a time now. You got big boy pants on to deliver. And so we didn't, I don't think, kicked another field goal. Maybe we did, but I don't believe so. But he kicked an extra point, and the kickoffs were good.
Did you think about kicking one there at the end when you couldn't get in the end zone to make it a 12-point game?
Oh, yeah. So I certainly did. I mean, those are things, since I'm not calling plays, I'm waging all that. And you looked and felt really comfortable with our offense. It felt like, we could punch one in. I also looked at the field position, 9-point game. They were going to have to go the long, hard way. We certainly thought we'd score, but I think it would have sent a bad message to our football team to kick a field goal there.
Coach, with Whaley, with the problems he's had physically and stuff, and the way he came out that first time he went out on the field, anything about the way he came back and played?
Yeah, he played really strong. He twisted an ankle, and he responded well. I don't know what his yardage was tonight, but he certainly had some really tough runs.
You'd probably be feeling pretty good if I told you Torrey Horton only had 58 receiving yards and Ross Simmons only had 3 catches on the night.
Yeah, we certainly would. I also want to send a shout out to Torrey. I sat in his home. I recruited his brother. His sister's a volleyball player, a great family. And he's an ultra-competitive guy, and very rarely when a player from the opposing team is hurt, I went over there and said, hey, let's hang in there and get back in the fight. And hats off to him. I think he's a heck of a player, but I thought our guys did a nice job on him tonight.
Craig, it was 10-7 for a while, and both teams had missed opportunities during that stretch. Did you feel like Easton Gibbs' interception just kind of got the ball rolling?
There's no doubt about it. It was on their side of the field. It was a great break. Huge momentum changer. Yep, it was big time.
Greg, we talked about the timing of this matchup. How important was it to get this win tonight, just going into this matchup with UNLV?
Yeah, well, I'm going to sit by my fire tonight and drink a whiskey, and I'll address that later. Okay? I'm being really transparent, guys. Other questions?
What does that bronze boot mean to you?
It means, for me, this is the 10th year. And I saw the impact that it meant to the people in our state. Obviously, our school, you know, our program, it means a lot, but the people of the state of Wyoming, that's important, really important. And, you know, to make sure that it stays in Laramie is really great. It's great to see the feeling when you grab the boot and when it comes on in there. I also talked to our team about the pain of regret. It's a gut-wrenching feeling to see it leave. So, yeah, for me personally, you know, 10 years, you can appreciate it, and that's hard to get. Anything else?
Is there anything with Colby Taylor? I got a text about at halftime, you guys had some works on the field?
I was encouraging him. Enough said. Other questions? Way to take a bucket of cold water and throw it on there. You know, hey, it's a big win for everybody.
Oh, yeah, they played on defense, and they didn't convert third down all night. What kind of went into that for you guys?
Well, you know what? I think, first of all, Coach Sauvel does a great job scheming up some things. You know, Jay's got a really a great long pass history. He's a secondary guy. And so giving quarterbacks different looks and taking things away, I thought we mixed up and got some decent pressure. And I looked up on the board and I was looking at their third down conversions. And if you can get like that and just stay plus on the turnover margin, which we did on defense, that's really impressive. So great job by our defense. Anything else? Okay, thanks everybody.
All right, guys, any questions for Tice?
How much grief are you gonna get in film?
Oh, I know I'm going to get quite a bit. 2-yard line, just could have dove that in, but it was still so fun just running down that field. Nothing like it.
How special is it for you to be able to come up with a play like that in such a big rivalry game like this one?
Oh, it was huge. I saw the ball on the ground. I just picked it up, and I thought one thing, end zone, but didn't quite get there. But maybe next time.
How special is it to hold that boot up after this game?
Oh, it's so nice. Best feeling in the world. Just beat CSU. I don't think much is better than that.
What does that boot mean to you?
Well, it's my 3rd year here, so it's meaning more and more every year. And then the guys before me, it means a lot to them, so it's got to mean a lot to you if you want to play for Wyoming.
What was Sunday's practice like and just trying to get over the Boise State game?
I mean, it was a quick turnaround, but we tried our best, just forget about it, learn from the mistakes we did, and just focus on CSU and get our heads straight.
Didn't allow a third down all night. What does that say about this defense?
We were ready tonight. We're slow at Boise, came out, and we played like we should and supposed to.
Thanks, Tyson. Congrats, man. Easton, what did that mean to see Gunnar Gentry catch that ball for you? You guys have seen the behind-the-scenes stuff and what he's been through. What did that mean?
I mean, it brought tears to my eyes. I think a lot of guys did too. I think that kid's the definition of this program. You know, the grit and hard work and, you know, that never give up attitude. He's been through some stuff. I couldn't have thought of a better picture for that to happen. So we were all super happy for him. I mean, I think it was a very emotional score. It definitely gave us an extra boost, though, too, tonight.
Speaking of emotions, can you talk about the emotions? It's your last Warrior War ever. You got the trophy here. Can you talk about the emotions that you're feeling right now? Has it sunk in yet?
Yeah, I mean, it was surreal. I mean, I was on the Cowboy Walk today, and I was like, man, there's 2 more of these. But no, I mean, we all knew this week was a big week. We did not play well last week, and we all knew we kind of had to get that chip back that we were missing last week. I think we did. We were coming in here, rivalry game, and like I said, coming off last week, so just added motivation, and especially being, you know, my last border war, I know it's special for the state and for the people. So, you know, just lay it all out there.
Were you reading the quarterback's eyes on your pick? What did you see on that play? Did you feel like that kind of opened the floodgates for the defense?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly shouldn't have been that wide to start with. I kind of just was flown with the ball and just saw it go up and made a break on it. But, yeah, I mean, just kind of was reading eyes and knew we needed kind of a spark, so I was glad I could provide it.
How crucial was that? Obviously, you and Shea's interception were back-to-back to that. I mean, how much did that kind of swing the momentum there in the second half?
I mean, I think anytime you get a turnover, it swings momentum, especially in, like, you know, rivalry games and, you know, just momentum in general is a huge thing in college football, especially being at home, which helped a lot tonight. But I think that the 2 interceptions not only gave us more momentum, but kind of maybe dinged the confidence of the guy on the other side, and maybe some of the throws he could normally fit in, he maybe second-guessed, hold the ball a little bit longer, things like that.
Tice needs to work on his speed a little bit.
Honestly, I didn't even know it was happening. Like, it was the same thing as the PAT block. I was, like, on the other side. I looked up, and Tice was running with the ball. It's something I thought I'd never see, but I was glad he did. And, yeah, he was looking over his shoulder a little too much. He just got focused on going straight, so, but it was good.
That's what this defense is supposed to look like, creating turnovers, pressuring the quarterback, making plays.
Yeah, we talked about it. Like, we've had spurts this year. We've been really good. We have spurts where we've been really bad, but we have not had a complete game yet. And I think I don't think we have yet either. I mean, but I think this is probably as close as we've been all year. So we're going to keep striving to get to that mark. But, yeah, this is definitely what we, you know, envisioned our defense looking like, and we need to keep progressing and moving forward with that.
I don't know if this is correct, but if it is, there are no catches for Holker. I mean, can you talk about the job you guys did on that cat?
Yeah, I think he definitely had a couple, but it wasn't a lot for what it said. But, yeah, I mean, we knew he was a special guy coming in, him and Horton. And we knew if we could, like, mediate those guys that we'd have a good shot. I think we did a good job. Credit to our secondary and our pass rush, too, for getting after them and really not letting them get into drops too much to let those guys get into route concepts and things like that. So it was kind of an all-around effort, but it was really good.
Houston, how important was it to kind of get some momentum back going into these final 3 games?
I mean, we needed it. You know, we hadn't won in 3 weeks because of the bye week. So, you know, we're sitting in this feeling of, you know, losing, you know, really almost hadn't won in a month. So we knew we needed to turn around. And we kind of just had to talk about how, you know, we can't let those 2 games define our season. It wasn't like we were having a bad season. So we needed to get back on track and kind of play the football we played in the beginning of the year because we were playing some good ball. So we just kind of knew we had to get back on the horse, and I think that's what we did tonight. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Ethan. Congrats, man.
We doing, fellas?
How special is it for you to get one more picture with the boots or the boot in your hand?
Yeah, to go out on this farewell tour with the boot in my hands is definitely special. We needed it too as far as the big picture of our season, but tonight, all that was out the window. It was about tonight. And to get that boot is definitely something I'm going to cherish and value. That I've had it for 5 out of my 6 years here. I think I take a great deal of pride in that. That speaks the character of, you know, who we are as a team where we've had bad seasons and we're still coming away with this boot. And here we are coming out of a slump. It was needed for sure.
What did it feel like to hear that play call and then see the ball go to Gunner and to see him get the boot afterwards?
Man, I am so happy for Gunner to get a touchdown. Gunner, is that your first touchdown in a long time? Yeah. Gosh, man, that's awesome. No, it was awesome to see Gunner get that, and, you know, we were going up-tempo on those guys. But, yeah, I was ecstatic for that and keep extending the lead. That was huge for us.
A little chippy in this last one. You wanted to leave it all out on the field there at the end?
Absolutely. I was leaving nothing out there, and I own that personal foul 100%, but I take pride in protecting my guys, and if that's the sword I got to fall on, that's it, you know. I own that, and you know, I take pride in protection for sure.
How special was that crowd tonight?
Yeah, we didn't know how it was going to go. I know why I was faithful, but after a 2-game skid, it was really nice to see the loyalty out of our fans. And, I mean, I think for the defense, they made a difference on 3rd and 4th down for them. That crowd noise was comparable to a lot of places that I've played offensively that are really tough to play in. So proud of our fans, man.
That had to feel good seeing Whaley look like Whaley again.
Yeah, I think he's feeling really good, and we got to get him in open space a little bit better. That's on us as an O-line. We got to get him more explosive plays because when he's out in the open, he make a lot of guys miss. Special character for us. But yeah.
Same can be said for Tice Westland.
Yeah, me and Caden, so his roommate Caden Barnett, we look at each other and we go, "Is that Tice?" at the same time, and we wanted to see him score, and we obviously got stuffed after that. But man, that's special for that kid. Really happy for Tice. Appreciate it, gentlemen.
How we doing?
Andrew, what's this rivalry been like for you coming over from Utah State and just getting to know this one?
I really wasn't too familiar with it. I knew about it when I was at Utah State, but when I got here and I saw in the equipment room there's a sign that, I can't repeat in here or for interview, but I said, oh, okay, this is real. And then, obviously after last year, I got concussed, and, seeing our team win and how much it meant to the state, I really knew it was real. So, being a part of it tonight was, was one of my best memories, I think. It's a great feeling just to get that boot and keep it here. Obviously the fans are unreal too, so.
Can you talk about the touchdown throw to Gunner? It looked like you had no doubt you were going there right away.
Yeah, I after the game, I told him I wasn't even excited about the touchdown. I was just filled with joy, seeing him catch that and everything he's been through, and to stick with playing football and just being in a rival game and getting the first touchdown of the game. It was a lot of joy and happiness through our football team, and everyone felt that, so it was great.
How rewarding is it to come off that Boise State game and be able to do what you did tonight against Colorado State?
Yeah, I think obviously the Boise game was really tough. I don't think I played good. I don't think our offense played good. I don't think our football team played good. And so we were kind of down in a little slump. But, it's been preached all week that that's not who we are. And so we came out playing confident. That was my main goal for myself, was just be confident in what I can do and, make my reads and do my job. Don't try to do anything too much. Obviously, I think the interception I threw tonight was trying to do too much. Their nickel went down. I saw a new nickel on Ayer, and corner fell off. It was a bad read. I own that, and, but we had a good game all around.
How tough was that defensive front for CSU? They looked like they were really humming in
Yeah.
your lap quite a bit.
Yeah, we called that third down screen. I was kind of happy. I was like, oh, jeez. And I could feel them all night. They just have good effort. And number 8, I think it's pronounced Kamara, is a really good player. I made sure to tell him that. They're a really good D-line flying around.
I know obviously you missed this game last year, but how special was it tonight to be able to hold up that round boot?
It was really special. Like I said, it's more than about us for this rival. It's about this state, and it's about the people who have played before us. Coach Hendricks gave us a speech on, I think, Wednesday, maybe. I can't really remember the exact day, but I got chills when he talked about, his family history. His dad played at CSU. His grandpa played at CSU, and so when he decided to come here and, be a Cowboy, it meant a lot to him, and, that game means a lot to the alumni here, and so just happy to be a part of it.
You seem like such a calm, low-key guy, but I saw you jump into the student section there after the game. That had to just feel amazing.
Yeah, obviously there's a lot of emotion in football, and we come out with a W like that, I get pretty excited. Felt like a little kid. Good. Appreciate you. Thank you.
So in your video earlier in the year, after you made that catch, it was the first catch, kind of a comeback. Now you've got a touchdown. Can you kind of talk about the progression? Obviously you talked about that catch and what it meant to you, but now can you talk about the catch and the biggest rivalry, being from Colorado, and what the emotions of that, and
Yeah, I mean, It was huge for me, especially playing CSU. It's a school that didn't really give me the time of day, getting recruited out of high school. And just, with all the injuries and everything I've been through over the years, to come out and make a play in a game this big for the program and for the university, I mean, it was huge to me. And just shows all the hard work that I've, put in and all the years of suffering and just everything that I've been through is finally paying off. And it's just really an insane feeling, honestly.
I spoke to your brother after the game, and you said you guys shared a moment there on the sideline after your touchdown. Can you tell us what you guys kind of talked about and how special was that to
Yeah.
the guy there?
Yeah, it was crazy. I literally was just going to sit down on the bench, and all of a sudden, it's Tanner. He can just do whatever he wants. He just walked right on the field and came right up to me and gave me a huge hug and just told me how proud he was of me and talked about the route a little bit and just told me to keep it going. And it was a great moment though.
What was the moment when you decided to run it back one more time? I'm sure you thought about just, calling it. I mean, there's so many injuries, and when did you feel like you could actually do it? You were back a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. It took me a minute to realize that I really want to come back and keep playing, but football's been my love for as long as I can remember. It's been in my family, forever, as long as I've been alive. And so for me, it was kind of a no-brainer when I talked to my family and my brother about it. I mean, I wanted to finish what I started here, and I felt like I couldn't go out the way that I did at the time. So for me, I just wanted to really work hard to get back and to make plays on this team and just show myself that I belong here and I can play at this level.
I saw so Cole right when the game gets over, brings you over, obviously hands you the boot. I mean, what does that mean to you, just to be able to share that moment?
It's huge. I mean, Cole's one of my roommates, and we're really close. So for us to share that moment together was really special. Just being next to Cole and celebrating with him. I mean, that's the stuff you don't forget playing college football right there. Just grabbing that boot and being there with your brothers and, enjoying that moment together. It was just really special to me.
Does it make all the grind and the rehab and everything worth it when you do something like that tonight?
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's a very big mental battle as well as a physical battle, going through injuries, especially major surgeries. So just getting to, do everything that I can to get back and, live these moments this is what it's all about. I mean, I wouldn't trade this for the world, Good. Thank you guys.
Congrats, Coach. You too, bud.